As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
With Dave Huggins, he is the race director for the Buck 50 for 2023. This is a big year, isn't it?
Yeah, we have 87 teams for this year's race. 81 of those are 10-person teams. It's kind of more traditional where runner one would run leg 1, 11, and 21. And then we have 6 5-person teams. And so those runners are going to run 6 different times. So if you're runner 1, you're also runner 6, and you're doing about 30 miles.
Yeah. When I said it's a big year, every year's a big year for the Buck 50. But you've got celebrities involved this year. Buck's coming down from Channel 6 to participate. But what's this gargantuan thing behind you here?
So this is what we are calling the Wagner's Cozy Wall of Winners. This will have, by the time we're finished, we'll have slabs of black walnut that represent each race category. So we started keeping track of male, female, mixed teams, and 5-person teams in 2020. So we have 3 years worth of plaques on there. We'll continue to add plaques on this as it's completed, but we're certainly thankful for their partnership and sponsorship, and this is a way to honor them and honor the champions of the race.
You were telling me about how this came together.
So we kind of just started piecing parts. Like I had this idea of these pieces of black walnut, and then how do you display that? You know, one idea was just going to be, you know, kicking them up against a fence, but then that didn't really seem appropriate. And so then we looked at having a frame built out of steel, and eventually we came up with this idea of using these 6x6 posts. And a good friend of mine, Jeff Webb, is an engineer, helped us develop the bases. They weigh about 300 pounds each. We have 1/2-inch steel plates that were made by Endless Designs, and our friends over at Buckeye Designs and Engraving, they did the slate pieces, which have all the champions in the race category. So it's really, you know, really a piece that's made from multiple businesses in the area. So it makes it really special.
And we're expecting this thing probably will weigh over 1,500 pounds when it's got everything together.
Yeah. We just had the city of Chillicothe just came down. Paul Corcoran helped us with a crane to get it set into place. We've, you know, the kids in the M.A.D.E program helped us do some assembly work this morning. So it's been an undertaking, but I think it's going to present things well for the Buck 50, because we don't do small, Dan.
Yeah, you do not. This event will get underway at 1 o'clock tomorrow, right?
Yep, first teams take off at 1 o'clock. The last teams leave at 5:30. We'll have starting groups about every 30 minutes with 10 runners will leave at a time. And so really the last group at 5:30, they'll be the last group out, but they'll also be the first runners that come back in here on Saturday morning, probably around 10:30 to noon. So they're moving pretty quickly.
As we tell you every year, be cautious out on the roadway, watch for the runners. You've got signs out to let people know to also be watchful, but there's always that one or two that still don't know what in the world's going on.
Yeah, it has been, you know, when we've been setting up the course this year, I think more people know about the Buck 50 than ever. I was in Soda Trails doing some work on Sunday, and there was a couple guys hunting mushrooms, and they're like, oh yeah, when is that race? You know, it's coming. Like, they knew it was that time of year. They knew the race was coming. They didn't even ask what the Buck 50 was. They already knew that. So definitely, you know, slow down, give our runners a little bit extra room on those country roads, and we certainly would appreciate it.
We are here at the Majestic Theater, right across from the Majestic Courtyard right here in downtown. You see a lot of the kids from M.A.D.E and Huntington that are here, a number of other groups that are helping out also. But we want to make sure that you come here and watch everything come to a conclusion as well. That should be around 5 to 6 tomorrow?
We will finish up here about 5:30 tomorrow night, but then the finish line come down. We have refreshments from our friends at Classic Brands. Michelob Ultra is one of our major sponsors of the event. We have 2 live bands. Stateside Red plays at 1 o'clock, and Mother Hubbard takes the stage at 4. So okay. It should be a good time to come down, celebrate these people who've come from 24 different states to run for our kids and community. So invite everyone down to cheer them on and be thankful for what they're doing for our community.
Dave, thank you for your time. I see a group getting together. We're going to catch them here real quick.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Dan.
Dave Huggins, race director for the Buck 50. Now, Anita Rogers has got some kids together here. Some are from Huntington. Some are from Medina. Hi.
Hi. I'm sorry.
Just do what you're doing, Anita.
Okay, all right. We're trying to get a group photo of all these awesome students. Can I see everybody's face? You guys got it? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Hold on.
This is the quietest they've been all day.
All right, let's do it by school. I already did Huntington, so maybe let's just do Zane Trace, and then we'll do Adina, then we'll do Unioda.
All right, so 4 schools are here right now, representing, helping out. They've been helping to put up all of these signs and banners. This is where the runners will start. Each team will line up right about where Anita is, underneath the big overhang here. And then once they're given the go from the backstage, they will make their way right down East 2nd Street, and they'll go on to the course. Should be a lot of fun. Quick word with Anita.
Hey.
Tell us about getting these kids together. They have really turned out, haven't they?
Oh my gosh, they have turned out so great this year, and just worked from the time they got here. They've set up everything perfectly. A couple things went wrong with setting up the banners. They went back and they wanted to correct everything, make sure everything was perfect. They've written thank you cards for our runners. They've put together race medals. They've had some pizza. What else have you guys done? Hard work. Hard work. Hard work.
And you're all used to that, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would love for these students to be at the finish line when the teams come across, to put medals around their neck, give them their donuts. So we want the students to be involved 100%.
All right, do me a favor, say, come see the Buck 50.
Come see the Buck 50. All right.